Hello, this is BBL Lab, and today, well, I'm with a BBL champion, and Greg Wild. So, what was Sunday like? To start things off.
Sunday was a great experience for sure. Like being around the BBL guys and winning my first championship. Like it was an amazing feeling and something I'll never forget for sure.
Yeah. So, to start off, I guess. So, talk a bit about yourself. Where you're from and where basketball kind of first started for you.
So I'm originally from Manchester. Um, I started playing basketball when I was about 12 for the Manchester Magic after my PE teacher at high school, Mrs. Steer, introduced me to the game. He told me I should go down and try out for the Magic, so I went and did that, and that's when my basketball career started with the Magic. Um, I played for Magic from when I was about 12 to 16, and then obviously moved to Loughborough to start my career with the Riders and at Charnwood. Um, so I'm currently at Charnwood now in my third year, finishing off my dice program, and finished my A levels last year, and doing that alongside playing for the Loughborough Riders D1 team and the BBL Leicester Riders as well.
Yeah. So, I was going to ask it. Well, are you still studying at the moment, or in fact, no, you mentioned you finished your A levels, didn't you?
Yeah, so I finished my A levels last year. Um, Obviously, my A levels got cut short due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I managed to get my A levels over and done with last year. But I'm still finishing my dice program
Okay.
here in Loughborough, which is allowing me to play EABL in the coming weeks as well.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, how difficult, I guess, was it to manage studying alongside playing basketball for Loughborough
Yeah,
and Charnwood?
yeah, it was definitely difficult for sure. But the guys at Charnwood, the coaching staff and the teachers, they have a good relationship, and they do a really good job at
Mm.
like making sure that we were able to balance our basketball training, our lifts, and our studies as well. So they give us a timetable throughout the week that allows us to balance our studies and know when we have to be at lessons or when we have to be studying, and then what time our lifts are and what time our practices are as well. So it's obviously difficult, like having to balance
Yeah.
doing your A levels and playing basketball at the same time at a high level, and having to travel all over the country whilst you're doing that. But I feel at Charnwood they do a fantastic job of making sure that we are able to balance them too well and get our
Yeah.
academics sorted and play basketball at a high level as well.
Yeah. So I guess you started playing at a relatively young age compared to a lot of people, a lot of players, kind of start
Yeah,
around 15, 16 or whatever.
yeah,
So what was playing for Manchester Magic like, for the time you did?
yeah. Magic. Some of the best years of my career at Magic. Like I had a great time over there. I met loads of new people, loads of like lifelong friends that I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in contact with for a very 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 long time. But yeah, like Magic taught me a lot. Taught me a lot about myself, a lot about the game of basketball, how to play within a team and a unit, and how to win. Like most importantly, like Magic stood me in great stead coming to a winning program like the Riders, and it taught me how to be a winner, which was massively important for me. And yeah, it was Magic's. That's why they're one of the best junior programs in the country because they win. They have good facilities, good coaches, a good staff around the club, and they win a lot of championships, which is great.
Yeah, and am I correct in saying you won? Is it 4 championships whilst you were in
Yeah,
Magic? Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if I counted, but it was around 4 or 5, and I had a few
Yeah,
national cups in there as well.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Call,
so
call it
yeah,
five. Call it five.
yeah. We'll say 5. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. So obviously you won the BBL championship on Sunday. So I guess what's that winning feeling like? Because I'm a Giants fan. I
yeah,
don't experience this winning feeling much. But So what's that feeling like?
yeah, yeah. Obviously, winning. I've done quite a bit of like my fair share of winning in my
Yeah,
career,
yeah,
but like it never gets old. Like that's for sure. It never gets old.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's why us as players, like we work so hard, we dedicate so much time, so many hours into perfecting like the game that we play is because we all want to win, and to be on the receiving end of so many trophies and so many championships and stuff is like it's always a great feeling. And to also be so early in my career but
yeah,
playing at such a high level and winning at such a high level so early another fantastic feat that I'm very proud of.
Yeah. So I guess because I've heard, well, with all the players that have come out, the Riders program just as a whole, it shows how good it is and how well it works. So being a part of it at the minute, how good is it, and kind of how do things work around in Leicester?
Yeah. I mean, ever since I stepped foot into Loughborough and into the academy and the Riders Association over here, like it's been great. Like I've for me personally, I think it's the best program in the country for sure. Like they do everything at such a high level. They have the facilities and the high level coaches and stuff to make you the best player you can be, and they do that at all levels as well. They have the Leicester Riders Academy, the junior NBL,
Yeah.
from like under 13s, under 14s, all the way up under 18s. They obviously have the link with the Charnwood Academy, the EABL as well, up to Loughborough University Division 1 men's team, and then obviously the Riders. So there's a whole pathway that I don't think any other team in the country has, from under 14s all the way up to the highest level in the country at the BBL. So they've obviously done a great job over the years, and they're one of the most winningest clubs in the country. So, and they've obviously done a great job at doing that.
Well, exactly. Like you said, Leicester are one of the best, the best at the minute team in the league, and so it clearly works. So I guess, well, I think, was it this weekend as well, you won, is it the first round of the playoffs for Loughborough against Reading? Yeah. So obviously, so you play the BBL, and then you play NBL. So what was it like, managing these and playing in both of them at the same time? What differences are in kind of each league?
Yeah. So usually in the morning I go to the Leicester Riders practice, because they usually have practice like morning, midday. And then in the evenings from like 5:30 till 7:30, I have the Loughborough practices. So I'm doing 2 a days currently, but obviously there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. Like I get to play two practices a day, which obviously is great. But for sure, the jump from playing junior basketball in the EABL and from under 18s to playing men's is obviously been a massive jump. But I kind of got a bit of a taster in my second year when we played in the Division 2 league last year in my second year at Charnwood. But for sure, the jump from playing Division 2 to playing Division 1 is massive, because all the guys are so much more physical. Everyone has a great IQ of the game. Everyone can read the game really well. And then having that jump up from the Division 1 to BBL is even tougher, because like the guys are way more athletic, way stronger, have way higher IQs, come from all over the world, and that's why it's the best league in the country. Like it's the jump and the athleticism of the game and the speed of the game is so much different. But it's something that I feel like I've adjusted to pretty well. Obviously with the help of my coaches, Rob Paternostro, who's the best coach in the country. Pablo Vasquez, our assistant, Russell Evanston's given me the opportunity to play with the BBL guys this year and be up there with them guys. From my EABL coach Will Maynard and Mark Jarram and Liam Jefferson giving me the opportunity this year to be with the Loughborough guys through the pandemic, and that has allowed me to elevate my game even more. So massive shout out to all them guys and all my coaches here at the academy, the program, for allowing me to be able to do this. It's helped me massively, and also my teammates as well. Kyle Jimenez is the best point guard in Division 1 right now, and being able to learn from him every day. And also Gino Crandall and Connor Washington are two high level players that are not too bad playing against and being behind every day as well. So it's been great. They've all been really good at teaching me different things of the game and helping me elevate my game to the next level as well. So it's been a great.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. So at the Riders, is the kind of, you a point guard, right? Am I correct in saying?
Yeah.
A guard, yeah. So is there kind of any person that you kind of model your game around? Not necessarily at the Riders, but just in general, just in is there kind of anyone that you want to be like them, sort of thing?
Yeah. Well, like as a basketball player and a fan of the game as well, like I obviously watch a lot of basketball from NBA to EuroLeague to the BBL even. So like obviously playing behind Gino and Connor every day and learning from them is fantastic. Like Connor's a GB level guard. Gino's the front runner for BBL MVP this year. Like, he's a fantastic player. So,
crazy player,
yeah, he's phenomenal. But yeah, like even in the NBA, like the Chris Pauls of the NBA and stuff, like I try to model my game after the best and take little bits from their game and add them into mine. Yeah.
Okay, so it was a couple of weeks ago. I think, was it Worcester where you hit your first three? Yeah. So how surreal was it? You know, getting your first BBL points on the board.
Yeah, it was a fairly surreal feeling, to be fair. You know, it was a great opportunity for me. Again, like the guys over here have done a great job at giving me the opportunity to play at such a high level this year. And but yeah, it was a surreal feeling, and hopefully many more to come.
Yeah. So, well, also, so following on from that, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years' time?
In 5 years, hopefully, I'm just playing basketball at the highest level.
Yeah.
Highest level I feel I can play basketball at, and making a career out of it as well. Like, it's been such a dream for me ever since I started playing basketball to be able to make a career out of playing and yeah, play at the highest level I possibly can. So hopefully in 5 years, I'll be playing at the highest level I can, making a career out of it.
Yeah. So, well, so it's playoff basketball now. I think it's called May Madness.
Yeah.
So going into May Madness, how excited are you to play playoffs in the BBL, and how far do you think the Riders can go?
It's obviously extremely exciting. You know, it doesn't get old. Like being in the playoffs, it definitely never gets old, and it's something the players always look forward to making at the end of the year, making it to the playoffs and trying to go as far as we can. Personally, I believe the Riders, we can go all the way. We have the talent, we have the depth to do that, and we've proved that this year, becoming top of the league. So yeah, I have complete confidence in our guys and our coaching staff as well that we can win everything.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. So now I've asked my questions, and we're going to do kind of a quick fire round, kind of a team. So I'm going to ask a question. You got to name the teammate that you think corresponds to the question. So
okay.
So start off. Who's the laziest? who's the latest to get out of bed or that kind of thing?
The laziest. I'm not really too sure. Like most of our guys are very they're very driven guys. Like, well, everyone's at practice on time. Everyone's very regimented. Like, I can't say. I honestly couldn't say that one guy is the laziest guy. Like, everyone works really hard, and obviously that's why we're at the level where we're at right now.
Yeah. Okay. So who's got the most drip?
The most drip. The most drip. Say Jamal Anderson dresses very well.
Okay.
I'll give that to him, and also Connor Washington. He has his little like quirky style that he has, but he's definitely drippy as well. Yeah.
Okay. Who's got the least drip?
The least drip. It has to be Aaron Falzon for sure.
Okay.
Aaron Falzon. He's getting it today. Yeah.
Okay. So who's I can't get my words out. Who's the coach's favorite?
Coach's favorite. Before Zach Jackson left, it was Zach.
Okay.
I'm not really too sure now. I know Mustafa and Coach Rob are both from the same area, so we're gonna go with Mustafa.
Okay, who's got the most bounce?
Most bounce. It's a close one. It's either Gino or William Lee.
Okay, yeah. Don't surprise me. Yeah.
Both of them guys jump out of the gym. It's crazy. I feel like Will get more dunks, so maybe I'll give the edge to him. Okay. But obviously, very bouncy, very explosive.
Okay. So, well, moving on to the fan questions now. So we've had three questions sent in, and the first one is from a Manchester Giants player. I think he's playing tonight at 7:30 against the Lions. Jordan Whelan's asked, "When are you moving home?" #Manchester Giants.
Jordan Whelan, that's my guy. I've worked out of him for a few summers now, because obviously both being from Manchester and stuff. So yeah, we have a pretty good connection and stuff. I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to see what happens, but I'm pretty set in Loughborough right now. I'm enjoying my time over in Leicester and Loughborough. So I don't know, maybe in the future we'll see what happens. I'm not really too sure yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and the second one, I think it was already asked on Twitter. Is it your high school teacher? Is it Mr. Stair? Am I correct? Yeah. So were you actually too busy to play on one, or were you just scared?
Mr. Stair, we've always had this back and forth, me and Mr. Stair, about who's better at basketball, because he actually used to play Division 1 level as well. He used to play for the Magic back in the day as well. So yeah, but no, he was definitely always the lazy one. He was too busy to turn up. He never wanted to bring his basketball shoes. I don't think he wanted to get embarrassed by 15-year-old Greg Wild. But I would definitely cook him up now. So he knows.
Okay, so the next one, at what age did you start to take basketball seriously, and what was the reason behind it?
I'd say about 14.
Okay, yeah.
It was when I was like 12, 13, I was playing on the second team at Magic.
Yeah.
And then when I turned 14, it was like my first year playing for the first team. And I think that was the first year we won a national championship as well. So I felt like when I was 14, I started taking it proper serious. Like, I know I was a lot better than other players in my age group and stuff. So, and obviously I'd won at the highest level that I could in my age group that year. So I was thinking, if I'm playing at the highest level now, like, let's just try and continue this on for as long as possible. Because obviously I love the game of basketball, and it's something I was already doing for a few years then as well. So I think it was around 14, 15 that I started thinking definitely I would like to go to a basketball academy and try and make a career out of this.
Okay, well, so that's a fan questions wrapped up. But one final question. You're only young yourself, 18, 19? Yeah. So to anyone, I guess, young and wanting to play basketball and wanting to play pro, what advice would you give to that person?
I'd say just keep your head down and work hard. Like,
yeah.
There's no getting around working hard. Like, it has to be done. Like, either way, like, working hard has to be done. Like, you have to get that foundation, that skill set down before you can start playing at that high level. But making connections with people and stuff is always a great one. Like, making sure you get yourself out there. Like, social media is such a massive thing these days. Like, making sure you get yourself out there on social media, make connections with people all over the country, even in different countries as well. Like, you never know. Basketball's such a small world in this country. So, like, you're gonna meet people like constantly over and over again, especially in England as well. So it's always good to like network and meet new people as well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, and obviously I don't play. I've tried playing, and I'm better doing my stuff off court. But I've definitely noticed, networking is so key. Knowing people, and if you know someone, then it gives it leads to this opportunity and that opportunity leads to that and that. Yeah. So networking is definitely key. But on the off court, I prefer playing off court. So yeah. but yeah, so it's been great having you on today, and good luck for the rest of your career, and also good luck for the playoffs. So yeah.
Appreciate that.